Consistent starter Ozzie down on the racetrack to remind him that the start will come in the fourth turn. The initial green flag for all starts comes in the fourth turn. Restarts can happen in the third turn. Buzzy Bezanson and Dick Byron in the front row. Then Norm Wren and the 19 of Mike Batchelder, row 2. Here they come. Green flag. And Bezanson goes to the lead. Bezanson, the early leader. Norm Wren goes to second. The battle for third. The 19 of Mike Batchelder goes to third. Dick Byron is back to fourth. And Jim McCallum on the move in the number 2. McCallum in the 2. And the 79 of Greg Stewart battled Dick Byron, trying to take over that fourth spot. McCallum goes to fourth in the number 2. Now Jimmy Kuhn Jr. on the move in the number 72. Kuhn goes to fifth. Remember, 5 will qualify. Big lead for Buzzy Bezanson. Norm Wren runs second. Mike Batchelder is third. Jim McCallum is fourth. Jimmy Kuhn is fifth. And it is tight from sixth on back as Rick Martin moves underneath Dick Byron. Martin goes to sixth, and Roger Raymond follows through for seventh. Cross flags halfway. Your leader off the fourth turn is Buzzy Bezanson in the 66, no stranger to Lee USA Speedway. Got a good-sized lead over Norm Wren, who runs second. Wren finished 7th in the 1993 Pro Stock points here at Lee USA Speedway. 2 laps to go. Mike Batchelder is third. Jim McCallum is fourth. McCallum was last year's Pro Stock champion, the 1992 champion here at Lee. White flag and just a lap left. McCallum will try the inside of Batchelder on the backstretch. That is the battle for third as the checkered flag comes up. Bezanson will win it. Norm Wren finishes second. Mike Batchelder third. Jim McCallum fourth. Jimmy Kuhn finishes fifth. The rest will go to a consolation race. Rick Martin in the 14, Roger Raymond in the 62, and Dick Houlihan in the number 1 just miss out on qualifying. The top 5 make it. Buzzy Bezanson in the 66. Big win in the 60s in the number 25. And the 32, Dale Quarterly out of Rockland, Massachusetts in the number 32. 24 grids next on the field from Saugus, Massachusetts, Gary Casella in the number 24. And the 35, Dick Belisle out of North Vassalboro, Maine in the number 35. And the 04X, Ray Brown out of Pawtucket, Rhode Island in the 04X. That is your starting lineup. Heat number 2, another 5 to qualify out of this heat. 5 will qualify, and then we'll have 2 consolation races, 3 from each one of the consies, and then 2 provisional starters to make up the field for this afternoon's Down East Drilling Classic. George Rigo and Mitch Wendell sit in the front row. Then it's Peter Schwarz in the 7 and Roger Melanson in the 44 as they get set to take green. Another 10-lap qualifier. Here they come. Green is out. And the battle for the lead between George Rigo and Mitch Wendell. Wendell on the outside, Rigo on the inside. They get together in the turn. They scatter to get around him. Yellow is out. Yellow is out. Damage is heavy to the left rear of Mitch Wendell's Pontiac Grand Prix, number 21X. Yellow is out before we can complete a lap, and the front two cars mix it up on lap one. Set for the restart. Peter Schwartz on the pole in the number 7. Here they come. Green flag for the restart. Actually, the initial start because we didn't complete a lap, so they're back underway. Schwartz goes to the lead. The battle for second. Hugh Woodman on the inside goes to second. Phil Burrill is third. Then the 44, Roger Melanson runs in the fourth spot. Dave Dion on the move. Dion goes to fourth. Schwartz shows the way around. Phil Burrill is second. Hugh Woodman is third. Hugh Woodman in trouble, slows down, and Dave Dion gets stuffed behind him. Dion with nowhere to go runs into the back of Hugh Woodman, and the yellow is out. Yellow is out. Hugh Woodman in the number 29 lost power coming out of turn 4, and Dave Dion with nowhere to go ran into the back of Woodman and spun out. Hugh Woodman has retired the number 29 into the infield. Right now the 24 Casella sits on the bubble in the 5th spot. Here they come. Green flag on the restart. Schwartz leads him through the first and second turn. Dale Quarterly down underneath, going for the lead. He's underneath Phil Burrill. That's the battle off the fourth turn and down the front stretch. Burrill is loose, loses that spot to Quarterly. Quarterly goes to second. Burrill is third. Bry is fourth, and the 44 of Roger Melanson sits in the 5th and final qualifying spot. But Dave Dion trying to come back. Dion up on the outside as several cars go for that final qualifying spot. Cross flags are up halfway. Gary Casella is on the bubble now in the number 24 in the final qualifying spot. Dion trying to track him down. Battle for the lead. Quarterly down underneath Schwartz. Schwartz trying to hold him off. They get together in the turn, and Quarterly takes the lead. Now Schwartz is going to try and hold on to second, as he'll have to try to hold off Phil Burrill. Dale Quarterly gets a little closer with a car than he does with a motorcycle, and they rub wheels through the turn as he takes the lead. The white flag and just a lap left. Battle for that final qualifying spot between Dave Dion in the 29X and the number 24 down the backstretch. Keep your eye on that battle. The final qualifying spot. Checkered flag is up. Dale Quarterly will win it. Peter Schwartz for second. Phil Burrill for third. The 6X finishes fourth. The 24 is fifth. And Dave Dion misses out by qualifying by 1 spot. Dion finishes in the 6th spot. He'll move on to the Consi. Heat number 3 for the Pro Stocks out onto the racetrack. And another 5 to qualify. On the pole, the number 95, that's Ron Marson out of Methuen, Massachusetts, in Marson's upholstery sponsored Chevy Camaro. Alongside will be the number 73, Tom Quinney out of Plastow. The 02 grids next, Joey Moriarty out of Rye, New Hampshire in the Total Seal sponsored car number 02. The 54 grids next on the field. That is the Down East Drilling sponsored Pontiac Grand Prix for G.G. Gravel out of Groton, Massachusetts in the 54. 68 grids next on the field. The Asbury Street Motors Lamps and Bus sponsored car for Pete Madden out of Middleton, Mass in the number 68. And the number 11, the Dennis's Auto Competition Auto sponsored car for Jeff Zeidema out of Worcester, Mass in the number 11. The 88 grids next. That's Pete Frappier out of Litchfield, New Hampshire in the Robinson Construction sponsored car number 88. Frappier, by the way, the 1993 NASCAR Winston Racing Series Pro Stock champion here at Lee USA Speedway. Drove a different car to that championship, however. He's in the 88 for these last shows of the season. The 38 grids next. That's Brad Bennett out of Stanford, Connecticut in the number 38. The 0, Billy Penfold out of Yarmouth, Maine in the 0. The 18, the 33X, Fred Scaff out of Haverhill, Massachusetts, another one of the Down East Drilling sponsored cars in the 33. The number 50 grids next. That's the car containing the in-car camera for the big race this afternoon from Channel 1 Video. That's Bobby Gahan out of Barrington, New Hampshire in the 50. And the number 43, Kenny Gillis. Gillis out of Burlington, Mass in the Cedar Street Welding, car number 43. Starting lineup, another 10-lap qualifier. Here they come. Green is out. Tom Quinney goes to the lead from the outside pole position. Ron Marson trying to hang tough in the 95. G.G. Gravel is third. The 02 of Joey Moriarty and the 11 being driven by Roger Godin today. Quinney the leader, Marson is second, G.G. Gravel is third. The battle for fourth between Godin and the 02 of Joey Moriarty. Godin on the inside takes the spot away. Now Moriarty will try to hold on to that fifth and final qualifying spot as he tucks it in just in front of the 38, driven by Brad Bennett. Spin off the second turn, that's the 0. Gets the car righted around and keeps going as the cross flags are up halfway. Now the battle for fifth and final qualifying spot. Joey Moriarty trying to hold off Bobby Gahan as they come up on the lap car of Bill Penfold. Moriarty holds on to that final qualifying spot in the 02, but Gahan is right there. Gahan on the back bumper gives Moriarty a shot. Moriarty gathers it back up, and now he's got Gahan alongside. Gahan himself loose in the turn, pushes high, but holds on to the spot. The 38 in trouble. Brad Bennett, sparks coming from underneath that car as there are 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Tom Quinney well out in front, all by himself. White flag and just a lap left. Ron Marson with plenty of company. Godin in the 11. G.G. Gravel in the 54. Gravel trying to do it on the outside, and Billy Penfold spins in the infield again, and all the way across the infield up onto the racetrack. But the checkered flag is coming out. Quinney wins it. Marson finishes second. G.G. Gravel third. Roger Godin fourth. Fifth goes to the 50 of Bobby Gahan, and just out of qualifying, the 02 of Joey Moriarty and the 88 of Pete Frappier, just out of qualifying. So the top 5 move up. That includes Tom Quinney out of Plastow, New Hampshire in the number 73. Ron Marson in the 95. G.G. Gravel in the Down East Drilling, car number 54. And Roger Godin driving the number 11 today. Godin qualifying, as well as the 50 of Bobby Gahan. Those 5 will move on to the Down East Drilling Classic a little bit later on this afternoon. Damon Tavalaris and Danny Gazanson in the front row. Here they come. Green is out. Tavalaris on the inside is the leader. Trouble off of turn 2. The 05 gets loose and gets slammed by the 10 of Jeff Fagan. The 05, Tom Carey, in trouble off of turn 2. The 92, Mike Gallo, also involved in that, going to the pits. The 78 spun around just to avoid everything. Kevin Blackmore in the 78. Carey goes to the pits. The 10 of Jeff Fagan also limping up into the pit area as well. Here they come. Green flag. And Tavalaris again back into the lead. The race for second between Wayne Hallwell and Danny Gazanson. Hallwell on the inside in the number 77 goes to second. Gazanson is back to third. Fred Estelle on the move in the number 48 looks to the outside of Gazanson. That is the race for third. Estelle puts the hammer down and goes to third. Gazanson is fourth, and the race for fifth between Eric Hudson and Jim Boniface. And Eric Hudson goes to fifth in the 5, the final qualifying spot. Cross flags are up. They'll be halfway this time. Tavalaris continues to lead. Hallwell is second. Freddie Estelle is third. Dan Gazanson is fourth. Eric Hudson is fifth. Jim Boniface sixth. Bobby Tripp is seventh. Bruce Haley is eighth. Larry Gelinas is ninth. Kevin Blackmore is 10th. As now Bruce Haley slows in the 7M and pulls to the outside of the racetrack. 2 laps to go. 2 to go. First 3 cars run 1, 2, 3 as they come around to get the white flag. Less than a lap now. Checkered flag, and Damon Tavalaris will win it. Wayne Hallwell for second, Freddie Estelle third. Dan Gazanson fourth, and Eric Hudson fifth in the number 5, the final qualifying spot. Jim Boniface finishes 6th, Bobby Tripp 7th, followed by Larry Gelinas, Kevin Blackmore, and Jerry Babb. That's the way they run in the 4th heat, so 5 more cars qualify. Move. And Joey Mariani in the front row. Ready to go 15 laps. 3 cars will qualify. Here they come. Green is out. Only 3 will qualify. Look out, Joey Mariani. Loose off the second turn, and everybody trying to get around him as they race through the 3rd and 4th turn. Rick Martin is the leader. Roger Raymond runs second. Dick Houlihan is third. Pete Frappier up to 4th. Kenny Gillis on the move in the number 43, racing with Alan McClure. That's the battle for 5th spot, but only 3 will qualify. continues to lead. Raymond is second. Dick Houlihan is third. He's the man on the bubble as Pete Frappier runs fourth into number 88. Alan McClure is fifth. Joey Moriarty runs sixth. Now, Kenny Gillis is sixth, and Paul McIlerney runs seventh. As Roger Raymond trying to catch Rick Martin. Pro stocks are pretty well strung out around the racetrack, but the three positions that matter are 1, 2, and 3. And they race down the front stretch now. That number 1 of Dick Houlihan sits on the bubble in the final qualifying spot. Cross flags are up. Halfway. A straightaway lead for the front runners, Martin, Raymond, and Dick Houlihan. Fourth, Frappier. Fifth, Alan McClure. Alan McClure getting down underneath Pete Frappier. Good battle out of turn 4 and down the front stretch. That is the race for fourth spot. That's an important spot should something happen to one of the leaders. 2 laps to go. There are the front 3 across the stripe to get 2 to go. And now McClure runs in the fourth spot. Pete Frappier is 5th. Paul McIlerney is 6th. Kenny Gillis is 7th. White flag, 1 lap to go. Checkered flag. Martin wins it. Roger Raymond for second. Dick Houlihan third. Those 3 qualify. Then it's Alan McClure followed by Pete Frappier, Paul McIlerney, and Kenny Gillis at the stripe. And the 69. Pace car is off. Another 15-lapper, another consolation race. Dave Dion and Jim Boniface sit in the front row. Here they come. Green is out for the start. Boniface to the lead from the outside pole position, and Bobby Tripp goes to second. Now the 37 of Larry Gelinas, and Dave Dion spins in the turn. An assist from the 04X of Ray Brown, and Dion, same trouble he had in the heat, finds himself back in last spot. Now the battle for the lead out of turn 4. Boniface in the 08, then reverse the numbers. You've got the 80 of Bobby Tripp. Tripp up on the outside out of turn 2 and down the backstretch, takes the lead. Boniface goes to second. Gelinas runs third. Those 3 to qualify. in on the move is Dave Dion in the 29X. He's got some real estate to cover if he wants to get up into a qualifying spot, but he's trying hard. He's come from last spot up into 6th spot in the 29X, but only 3 will qualify. Two laps to go. Bobby Tripp continues to lead. Boniface is second. Jelinas is third. The 04X of Ray Brown is fourth. And Dave Dion runs in the 5th spot. White flag. Checkered flag is up, and Tripp wins it. Boniface finishes second. Jelinas is third. Here's the race for 4th down the line. Ray Brown finishes in the 4th spot. Dave Dion 5th, and the 25 of Tony Fabrina out of Manorville, New York, finishes in the 6th spot. So 3 more cars qualify for the feature.